out there.
Yes. So, did you say Amakofi-Boa is also interested in the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, the land minister.
That's what I mean. That's an intel I've picked.
So it's not a two-horse race.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's I'm saying. All this is
but there are more. There are more coming up.
These are all
but
speculations.
Julius will win.
Why?
Oh, you see.
So this is the voters' preference. So he's not talking about NDC delegates.
Okay, voters' preference for NDC leadership. And it's always
now you're having at 29%. You have
all the time.
I see the 24. You have Atu forcing 18. Atu thing. I don't know. Anyway,
Atu forcing has beaten Julius Debrah.
Julius Debrah is 10.3. Now someone could just talk black. That's a bit surprising.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the problem with this situation?
Yes.
The Julius Debrah candidate.
Oh, Labi there.
Yeah, Joshua Labi, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
You like that one?
The only person missing is me.
Yes, because he hasn't indicated. So from today, tell Mr. Dankwa that the Ododio giants, the giant of Ododio, the one who did more than Neo Kaija Adom-Otchere, was able to do more than Okaija. Nobody does more than Okaija.
Count him in.
Yes, so please remember.
Amakofi-Boa there.
Amakofi-Boa is not there. You know the problem here?
Yeah.
The chief of staff's office and the chairman of the party's office. These are the two officers that will hold the party together in a contest.
Yeah.
The problem the NDC is having, that these are the two people contesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and I think that political parties should look at it and in future say that party chairman and chief of staff cannot contest. Because you see, the chief of staff is the center backbone of the government.
But
he should say this, that if you take Fremont Opare out of Baumier's campaign, I'm not so sure how Baumier would do because she was a major push. Because the president was for it, so she was a major push for the situation. Assuming that she also wanted to do it, if Kojong Pienin, who was the backbone for Alan Chamartin's agenda in 2007, was also wanted it, and then you must have a party chairman who is balancing the scales. In 2008, MPP people were very unhappy with Nana Oheninto as general secretary of the party, and directly showing that he was supporting Alan. It turned Peter McMahon, the chairman of the party, also to support Akufo-Addo. And MPP in their subsequent meetings looked at it and said, look, this thing should not happen again. Now you have the chairman of the party who's supposed to stabilize. So he would have called Haruna and said, look, the statement you made about Jenana,
but
we don't like
still
it.
speculating.
Right. Whether
Who said Osenikide will contest?
Oh,
how do you know?
You see, we all said "oh" together.
But how do you know?
It's written on the wall. It's so
which wall? Which wall? The Jerusalem wall?
No, it's on the party office wall. Oh. I mean, it's beautiful for us democracy watchers to see how the NDC goes through this process. We were always looking forward to see how the MPP will go through a process of Akufo-Addo successfully putting Bawumia on the ticket.
Will be contesting?
Guzi has always been a great candidate. I worked for him in 2000.
Guzitano.
Yes, are you aware he will be contesting?
He may be. He's entitled to.
What about Spio Gabra?
Guzitano.
Oh, Spio has gone. Spio is gone a little bit.
I would be shocked if Guni. Not because he's not competent, but
his age. Sure. But if you look at Guzitano,
Guzi is not old.
Guzi has 25 years ago showed Ghanaians his agenda that he wants to be president of Ghana. I mean,
what has happened to your very good friend?
Who are you talking about?
Iwadaku.
Kwame Iwadaku. Yeah, Kwame is there. He's doing very well in agriculture.
I know.
And he's a very strong guy. If the party
is he still interested?
If the party is looking for, I think at this stage, Kwame may be supporting Asedun Ketia. You know what has happened in the NDC is that those who are...
Are you aware that Oko van der Poel will also be contesting?
Oko van der Poel has expressed interest in it.
Not
this one.
That's what I'm saying.
Way back in 2016. Yes. Way back in 2016.
So that's what I'm saying.
Has always wanted
all these things.
No, but they're not going to. You can't beat the chief of staff.
Speculations. You don't know what will happen by next year. Let's finish with MPP primaries, and then we'll know who are really interested.
But that's also true. Whoever wins the MPP primaries will give an indication to the NDC of what is going to happen. But I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see from the last quarter of 2026 into 2027 how this decision. Now the President Mahama must also make a decision. When does he permit the contest? Majority of the NDC people want an earlier contest so they can get on with it and run the campaign. The sitting president will never accept it. We've been through it. They will never accept it. So I'm putting a bet. The NDC contest might even take place in January 2028 because the forces around John Mahama, who are John Mahama people and who are exiting with him, they are not going to...
Our constitution says that
when we're against the party.
1 year.
It's 1 year.
It's the same
a year before.
Yeah.
And then when we are in...
Not more than a year before.
It's 2 years.
Not more than. So it can happen earlier.
Yes.
In the Akufo-Addo contest, there was a move that, look, Mr. President, this Bawumia thing, let's do it in October and something, and there's force around Akufo-Addo said, what are you talking about? The party constitution says this, why are you going to do it early? And it is they push it to the last hour, and that is usually what creates the problem. Because you have Asiedu and Julius running until December 2027. If nobody wins and the contest goes into a second round, then 2 weeks later, maybe it's first week in January, and then you have 8 months to election of a candidate who has been elected 3 years earlier.
Moro, I thought we have another topic.
Yes, we do. There's
No, but this is
Dame
also
and
important.
Richard
You see,
Japa.
because
It's
whether we like
interesting.
it or not, things are happening.
No, it's going to be interesting.
And a lot is happening.
And money will be spent.
But
money will be spent.
you're a very good friend, and you're a very good friend to Godwin NDC Tamaklo.
Yes. He says something. He wants to run.
No,
okay.
he hasn't said that.
Okay, all right.
Neil Lante Van Der Poel for national chairman.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's overdue a little bit.
That's
That's a little bit overdue.
But it's a good strategy.
And I can assure you, the MPP will be concerned about that.
If Neil Lante becomes
Yeah,
national
the
chairman.
issue is that Neil Lante, when he gets into his fighting mode, he's not an easy customer. So, I mean, the MPP will be concerned about
But he wants
a Neil
to
Lante
know.
chairmanship.
But Godwin Tamaklo wants to know whether you're now a pollster.
Oh, I do a little bit, but it's not professional like Musa Dankwe's own. But I do a little bit. But Godwin Tamaklo is in the camp of the chief of staff. He's supporting chief of staff. He's not supporting a
Godwin
single
Tamaklo.
How do you know?
Yes.
How do you know?
Is it not Eduji you are talking about?
Yes. He's supposed to
He's chief of staff. But you
How do you know? He told you.
Okay, mention one NDC name. I'll show you where he is. Any name.
it's not where-
Adom-Otchere is Asiedu-Nketia.
Paul is speculating.
Oh, no. If you mention anybody, I'll tell you. Tamaklo, they are the chief of staff's inner circle. They are the guys.
You see,
They are running the show against the party chairman.
Moro.
He is disloyal to his own party chairman.
No,
Tell him.
Moro.
We don't know this for a fact.
Mustafa Mande. He's Julius Debrah, 5,000%. He's not going anywhere.
Mustafa Mande.
Yes, Mustafa
Let me
Mande.
tell you,
Julius
Deputy,
Debrah.
how do you call it?
Yeah. Julius Debrah, big one.
You see,
The point I was making is in the NDC legal situation, can Johnson Asiedu-Nketia run for the chairmanship, which is next year, and be re-elected, and then also run for the presidential candidate whilst he's still chairman? I'm not sure.
yeah, in that situation, when he wins the presidential, the first vice chairman will take over as chairman.
I'm sure that's what Asiedu-Nketia will do then, because he has control over the party. He will win the chairmanship. Yes, Neil Lante Van Der Poel saying that he will not contest Asiedu-Nketia. So Asiedu-Nketia will become chairman. He will retain his chairmanship position next year. He will have control of the party. I'm sure Fifi Kwete will win too. Most of the national executives will win based on the results of 2024. They will all win, especially Fifi Kwete and Asiedu-Nketia. So Asiedu will have control of the party. You see, more, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
And then he will come to the presidential. He will lead the process. They will form a committee. He probably will get Neil Lante Van Der Poel to chair the elections committee. And then he will go through.
The party has elections committee.
That's where you're going to have the contest going into a second round, because Julius Debrah is not a pushover at all. It's going to be fierce. And Julius controls the backbone of the government. It's not easy to
Julius
tell.
told you he's contesting.
And every chief of staff. Oh, Julius, yeah, I think so. He should contest. He hasn't told me,
No, he
but
should contest.
He should contest. You know, President Mahama, people are going to now gauge where President Mahama stands. It's going to be very difficult for President Mahama, and particularly Felix Kwatiofosu, because in that season, every speech President Mahama gives, we will be trying to look into it to see where the support is and where he is going. And often, the leaders cannot hide. It was very easy for people to tell that Akufo was supporting Alache Martin. It was plain simple
Political mischief.
for Akufo-Addo, for people to tell that Akufo-Addo was supporting Mahamudu Bawumia. It's very easy. So I can assure you, by middle of 2027, the speeches that President Mahama gives, it will lead us clearly to where he is. And we are beginning to think that he probably will split his loyalty between Eric Opoku, who is very close to Madam Lord, that's the First Lady Lordina Mahama, Her Excellency, because of President Mahama's relationship with Lordina Mahama, which is very, very tight. He cannot look at a Lordina candidate and ignore him. So Eric Opoku is going to be on his mind.
Okay.
But in terms of his working relationship with Julius, and you saw Julius issue a statement recently, I think yesterday.
Yes.
He said that I carry the vision of Mahama. Yes.
All of us are carrying the vision.
No. He said that as chief of staff, he carries the vision of Mahama. So the Mahama people are likely to coalesce around Julius. That is why Godwin Tamaklo is Julius.
Okay, so Godwin has responded.
He said he's not Julius.
So are you saying I'm
He has
also
issued.
Julius?
No,
he
your
has issued-
experience and broad.
So
this
he
thing.
has
A disclaimer?
He has issued a statement. This is not a press statement, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. What did he say?
A
Good
reaction
morning.
to what they said.
Good morning. Please tell Paul to stop the morning mischief.
Yes.
National Chairman General Mosquito permitted my appointment as Director Legal of the party.
Yeah, I know that. But he couldn't do otherwise. The presidential candidate wanted
And he
it.
says, I am eternally grateful to him. Julius Debrah is like a big brother. I love them all.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that he doesn't. He loves them all.
Okay.
But in the situation that it is, I mean, I love Adom-Otchere Martin to bits. But in the situation that that came about, I had to support Mahamadou Bawumia because the boss says that it is Mahamadou Bawumia. So I love Adom-Otchere Martin.
Right.
You know, I still do. But the way the politics works, the boss said that, look, I think that the party must change its image. I think the vice president has presented himself creditably. And what I liked about Akufo-Addo is that he didn't impose Bawumia on individuals. He will lobby you. He will campaign, explain to you why he thinks that this is the way the MPP should go. And he did that with a lot of people and managed to convince quite a large number of people to support Mahamadou Bawumia. So yes, Godwin Tamaklo loves Asiedu Ketia. But on this one, he is with Julius.
So you've just confirmed, Paul, that right from the get-go, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's preference for Dr. Man was Dr.
I don't know whether it's right from the get-go, but I'm thinking that some. That he spoke to you at the time of the contest, not before. Oh yeah, but at the time of the contest, say the 2023, middle of 2023.
Yes.
You know, he was talking to people that how do you see it, and people said that Alan, and then you say this and you say that, and then you balance it out. You know, even at the beginning of Alan's thing, people like George Anda were working for him. You know, there were quite a few people working for him.
And
then
when this MPP internal contest started, this matter became very topical as to who exactly Nanaddo's preference was.
Nanaddo's preference was Mahamadou.
And the party kept telling us that Nanaddo is not. It's
neutral.
Oh, that's what we have. We all do that. We all do that. They said Kufuor was neutral, but the record shows that it was Adom-Otchere.
Okay.
You know, J.J. Rawlings is the only one who had been bold in the Fourth Republic, and he got problem for that, so nobody wants to do that.
Okay.
To go to Sweden and make a declaration for Professor, he's the only one who has been bold to do that.
Okay.
The rest, you can tease it out from their speech. So if you look at John Mohammed's speech, maybe you can start looking at it from now.
Okay.
And then you'll get a sense of where he's going.
Right,
CEOs, chief executives, they are Julius Debrah.
Okay.
Ministers, deputy ministers,
Now,
Julius Debrah. MPs who are not in government,
yes,
most of them are Asiedu Ketia.
Okay. So let's treat Paul's analysis as purely speculative. That's based on what he knows. It's
It
my fact. It's my fact.
It is.